Why? No, 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 no. Ah. Oh no. So the whole thing's here. Headed to get a puppy. What's going on? In this video, we are taking delivery of another STI. It is probably my favorite year and my favorite color car to buy. This one is from down in Arkansas, and the driver should be here pretty soon dropping it off. So we will take a peek at it when we get it here. Check her out. What was that nonsense? All right, you saw the drop off of this thing. When was it? A couple days ago. It's just sat here over the weekend. It is a 2008 Subaru STI hatchback. It's kind of a mess, if I'm being honest. It's all apart. My least favorite way to buy cars is all apart. It's got what I'm having a hard time believing is a good EJ20X underneath. Supposedly, he popped the engine on this thing, which it's in the trunk. And I put a 20X in it and then just didn't finish it. But he was in the midst of an EJ20X swap. The car is fairly clean. It's got 90,000 miles. I knew the bumpers were toast on it, especially the rear. The front's got some damage also. Right there, we've got a little bit of rust starting just from a paint chip. But the bummer, there's a big dent right here that's also rusting. Not the most ideal, but there's no rust other than those things, obviously. Oh, let's see, what do we got here? Subframe lockdown bushings. We got a brand new IAG AOS. That's sweet. Competition AOS. Look at that. They don't make those anymore. ARP 2000. King Racing main and rod bearings. Beatrush heavy duty gearbox mount. I believe what he said is a new nitrated crank. Looks new. Beatrush engine mounts. Looks like he was getting ready to do a build or a rebuild on his 2.5 and then decided to go the 20X route. Brand new oil pump. Awesome. I use those all the time. Air pump delete from, looks like IAG. Yep. Brand new GSC dual AVCS camshafts. Brand new parts are so awesome. That doesn't look like it's for a Subaru. Radiator fans. Factory radiator. Man, there's a lot of stuff in here. New AC compressor clutch, maybe. We got the factory top mount. Looks like it's got a stock intake. The AC compressors in here. Cylinder heads. Oh boy. Let's try and get this box out of here. Most of the time I know what I have already, but I still like to look at them. Factory cylinder heads. We have a set of W25s to get redone. I think the block is in here too, down there. So I'll have to take all this out and look at it. OEM oil pan. Yep, the block is down in there. Oh boy. That's a heavy box. Part of the engine mounts. Brand new Mishimoto radiator. Saw something else up here. Oh no, the wind blew you over. An OEM Subaru gasket kit. My guess is he blew the 2.5 and went to go rebuild it with all this stuff and then put the 20X in because it would be a lot cheaper. Oh, we got a spare intake. Didn't even see that. I'm blind. But yeah, that definitely appears to be the case. The stock motor blew and then he bought all this stuff. You know, the head studs, the bearings, the crank, AOS, the oil pump, the cams, all that stuff, and then was gonna rebuild this, and then now there's a 20X in it to my understanding. Don't know if that 20X is good after sitting for so long, kind of open, but we're gonna find out. We'll do a compression test or leak down test, and we'll cut the filter open, see what that looks like. Needs a new rear bumper. The hatch, got a bee's nest here. So the hatch, that dent, you know, you could live with it, kind of ugly. The front one you could also live with, but again, a little, it's cracked, pretty scraped up. Got some markings there. I'm gonna say it needs 2 bumpers for sure, and then it possibly needs a hatch ideally, and that's easily, you know, if I have to buy bumpers and get it painted, then we're talking probably $2 grand at least. If I find match stuff, we're probably talking $1,000. So it's just $1,000 you add on to if you're gonna fix this thing. I'll have to see after I sell some parts where I'm at with it and if it makes sense. I think all cleaned up, it's a $17,000 car-ish. So it might make sense. I don't know, we'll have to see. Even with putting some body panels on it, it might make sense. The interior is really nice and clean. Good stuff. If you see this video, feel free to ask about any of this stuff. Best place to reach out to me for parts is Facebook. So just type in my name on Facebook and I might come up. So I have my personal page and I have my Burger Performance page. So I have the business page that looks like that. Instagram also works. And then you can check out my eBay store as well, but parts usually take a little bit longer to hit there. And some stuff doesn't get listed there. Sometimes stuff such as 6-speed swaps and maybe more expensive items like that because of the fees that eBay takes. Or drop a comment on YouTube. I read all the comments, I reply to all the comments, and we'll get you set up with some parts if I've got them for you. The shop needs some cleanup, so we're gonna do that next. And then we might get this white one in here and dig into it a little bit more. And I also have a compression test to do on one of my personal cars because the motor might be coming out of it to get a new engine for a project down the road that you'll see here on the channel. You guys subscribing, watching the videos, liking the videos, sending them to your friends, all helps me out. So if you're willing to do that kind of stuff, that'd be awesome. Buying parts from me supports me. Buying merch. I also have these shirts. They say Burger Performance on the front, and on the back, look, I got some sweatshirts right here. On the back, we've got the Burger Performance logo. I also have a bunch of stickers. Shoot me a message, drop a comment if you want this kind of stuff, and I'll get you set up. There's my advertising for this video. But yeah, just you guys watching is what is keeping me coming back to making YouTube videos. So I appreciate it. Let's move on to the next stuff. All right, it's been a minute since this thing has been on the channel. I don't drive it in the winter time. Unfortunately, when I parked it, it was super dirty. I really need to clean it. But what I'm gonna do right now is pull it in the barn. We're gonna compression test this engine and see if it's healthy because I wanna make some more power on this thing. But I also need this engine for some other cars. So I have different plans for this car in terms of engine and I guess power setup. So we're gonna make sure this engine's healthy, which I think it should be, and then we'll probably pull it and pop it into another car. But it is completely dead. Can't pop the trunk or anything. So we're gonna test out, again, this jump pack from Oxido that they sent out to me. We'll see how it works on a completely dead battery. I did show it before, but it comes in a nice little pack like this. It's got lights on it in case you need lights. Let's see if it recognizes a dead battery. It did. Look at that. I'm gonna check the oil. Got oil. All right, let's see if this thing starts up. Look at that. Dude, no. Dude, come on, seriously? All right, that jump pack worked really well. This thing was completely dead. So if you're in need of a jump pack, go ahead and pick one up on Amazon. Link and a discount code below. Let's get this yellow car into the barn. I'm excited for what I think I have planned for this as long as this compression test comes back good. Hi. Hi. Who could have guessed I was into hatchbacks? Dude. This is kind of cool. This one's a little rough. We got the purple and green hatch, and we got my hatch. Well, I guess they're all mine, but this thing's filthy. I need to take better care of these things. Yeah. Who could have guessed I liked hatchbacks? Just need to put a V8 in one of these things, make it rear wheel drive. All right, you know the drill for compression test. Take stuff apart, pull all that out. I'll see you when we're cranking it over for the compression test. The engine is not fully warm, so I'm not expecting absolutely perfect results. But we want definitely above Subaru spec, obviously. Pretty weak, so let's grab another one. Still good compression even with a weak battery. I'm actually just gonna use my Oxido jump pack and we'll try this cylinder again. Dang, 150. That's great. All right, that was cylinder 3. I'm gonna write these down and we'll move on to the next. 145, it looks like. That's pretty solid. Cylinder 4, let's see. A little bit over 140. So still pretty good. Last cylinder, cylinder 2. Look at that. 152 maybe? Let's see how the jump pack did. Okay, looks like we're at 3 bars. So I think it did pretty good. Obviously there's no compression, or not much compression, but 3 bars after doing all that and starting it one time. So I think that's pretty solid. Go check these out. They have good reviews on Amazon. All right, I'm gonna see how quickly I can get this car apart. I put it together, so I'm hoping that it should be easier than most because I don't like to cobble things up when I put them together. So they should come apart pretty easily. I'm not gonna try and go super fast, but I'm gonna work at it pretty quickly and see what happens. Make a huge mess. There it is, no more engine. For some reason, I'm a little sad about this one. Obviously, we're gonna fix it again or put another engine in it. Lots of stuff I'm pulling off this engine to put on the engine we are going to put in here. But for now, we're gonna get things set so that we can close the hood. And we have to do something about this. It looks like at one point battery acid got all over there. So I'm gonna have to scrape that down, wire wheel it, and probably paint it because I don't want that to continue to rust. And then we're gonna decide what car this engine's gonna go in, which my plan is to do in this video. We'll see. That engine is ready to drop in. If I swap, I'm gonna change the up pipe because that has the external wastegate I want. I gotta pull the intake manifold, but the turbo, all the timing is fresh. The clutch is really fresh. The heads are fresh. Everything's good on this one. I'm gonna get this yellow car out of here today and order what I need for it and then go from there. Back to the house for now. Less rolling resistance, need more traction. Headed to get a puppy. Just a little guy. Out in the shop, got a big parts list ready. The kitty and the puppy, fast asleep. What do you think, dude? What do you think, Jade? His name's Dippy, short for Dipstick. Now that this thing is in here, I want to compression test this engine and also possibly cut open the oil filter. It is not together at all, but I'm gonna see if it's got oil in it. I'm gonna hook up the starter. I wanna see, this is an EJ20X, I wanna see if it's healthy or not to use it for another car. And look who we've got. Little Dipstick. Hey buddy. We picked up this guy over the weekend. Look at those blue eyes. This guy is 9 weeks old, a little pit bull mix, and he's hopefully gonna be a nice little shop dog. Right, buddy? Lots of training coming up ahead. Lots of training. Let's go back over here. Come here. Here we go. Good boy. Right here. Good boy. All right, let's jump onto this thing, see if we can get it to turn over. I'm not really sure exactly how it's gonna go. We gotta try and figure it out. Right, Dipstick? Right, buddy? Okay.
Dippy, what's in your mouth? Inside.
For those of you who may be concerned, Dipstick, the dog, was only permitted to chew upon the dipstick, the oil level measuring device, after it was thoroughly cleaned of residual oil and debris.
Not eating
We at
your
Burger
own food.
Performance Parts
No,
do not
relax, you're
condone
getting
animal
hyped up.
abuse of
This
any
video's
nature
making
or
me sound like
severity,
a dog beater.
nor the consumption of oil and other fossil fuel products by humans or other living creatures.
I'm not sure what the heck is going on, but there's no engine mounts on this thing. And so it was sitting on the flywheel. The flywheel was hitting the cross member basically. And so it wouldn't turn over. And at first I thought it was seized, but then I jacked it up and it does spin over. There's no oil in it, so I don't really want to do a compression test. So I might just do a leak down test. And I'm guessing he's got a new filter on it. So we might have to actually get the engine out and pull the oil pan and look at it that way to see how the oil pan looks, because I don't think there's any oil in the filter to look at it. Let's see if we can look. Let's look, buddy. All right, there is a filter on there. I guess I should pull it and see if it's new or used and go from there. But it looks like looks like that's the EJ20X oil pan, which I'm pretty sure you're supposed to change that. He didn't change a lot of stuff that you're supposed to change. And again, no engine mounts. I don't know why. Oh, man. The person that put this oil filter on, I couldn't get it off with channel locks. Oh. Oh, no, you got oil on you, dipstick. Hey, come here. I've got to go wipe this off of him. What a dipstick. All right, let's try this again without the dog walking underneath. Holy tight. Oh, my word. Crazy. Hi, kitty. Where's your brother at? I haven't seen him all day. I don't know, this oil looks a little glittery now. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that. Dipstick, stay away from the cat's food. Hey, Dipstick! Get away from the oil. Yeah, I don't really like how that looks. I'm probably gonna call that a no-go. All right, I did not like how the oil looked in this engine, so it's coming out and I'm not gonna use it. Ben's gonna be in a video, he's editing. He's gonna be here in a little bit. Full circle, could be the whole team. It will be. That first full circle, the whole team's here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is, I don't know if we're actually going here, but stuff's happening.
Good to see you in person.
There we go.